Competing in this contest, we have St. Thomas Aquinas, Eguafo Abrem Senior High School, and Pong Tamale Senior High School. Start with round 1. I'll start with St. Thomas Aquinas in this round. A preamble. Given that tan theta equals 5/12 and theta is acute, find. Given that tan theta is equals 5/12 and theta is acute, find St. Thomas Aquinas, tan 2 theta. Yes, Michael.
Tan 2 theta is a fraction with numerator 120 and denominator 119.
Repeat that answer.
We have a fraction with a numerator 120 and denominator 119.
119. That's correct. Eguafo Abrem, cos 2 theta. Yes, Frank.
Madam, we have a numerator of 121 and denominator 169.
No. Okay. Aquinas for a bonus. Yes, Michael.
Cos 2 theta is a fraction with numerator 119 and denominator 169.
That's correct. Pong Tamale, sine 2 theta. Sine 2 theta. Okay, a bonus to St. Thomas Aquinas.
Sine 2 theta is a fraction with numerator 120 and denominator 169.
That's correct. Aquinas, the average speed of a motorist for a 30-minute trip is 16 kilometers per hour. Find the distance traveled by the motorist. Yes, Philip.
The distance traveled is 8 kilometers.
That's correct. At the end of round 1, the scores are Pong Tamale Senior High School 2 points. Eguafo Abrem Senior High School 13 points. St. Thomas Aquinas 33 points. Round 2. Round 2 is the speed race. And here, each question I read out is open to all the 3 schools at the same time. If you have an answer, ring your bell at any time. I'll pause and allow you to answer. If you give me a correct answer and you are the first school, you have 3 points. If you are the second school, because the first school's answer is incorrect, you have 2 points. The final school that gives a correct answer because the first 2 answers have been incorrect, you get 1 point. Anytime you give an incorrect answer, there's a penalty point of 1. Our first question for the speed race. The work function for a metal is 4.5 electron volts. Find the energy of a photon, which can liberate electrons with kinetic energy of at most 0.8 electron volts from the metal. Aquinas.
5.3 electron volts.
That's correct. A 40 Newton force acts perpendicular to a 0.5 meter squared surface. Find the pressure. Okay, Aquinas.
80 Pascal.
That's correct. A 50.0 ohm resistor, a 20.0 ohm resistor, and a 100.0 ohm resistor are connected in parallel. Find the equivalent resistance of the parallel network. St. Thomas Aquinas. Yes, Michael.
The equivalent resistance is 12.5 ohm.
That's correct. Which mineral element is involved in selective permeability of cell membrane? Yes, St. Thomas Aquinas.
Sodium ion.
No. Okay, it's calcium. The male gametes of a crop plant have 20 chromosomes in their nucleus. Indicate the chromosome number in the female gamete. Yes.
20.
Okay, no. Nobody has rang the bell. Okay, so in the female gamete, zygote and the cells of the seedling, respectively, of the plant. Okay, so it's 20, 40, and 40. Which of the following organs in mammals is the odd one in terms of organs that consist of a central medullary region surrounded by a cortical region? So which is the odd one out in terms of organs that consist of a central medullary region surrounded by a cortical region? Ovary, adrenal gland, liver, kidney. Ovary, adrenal gland, liver, kidney. Aquinas. Yes, Philip.
The liver and the ovary.
No. It's the liver. Indicate the hybridization of carbon and the geometry of the molecule CS2. Indicate the hybridization of Aquinas. Yes.
So it is, the hybridization is SP and it is linear.
That's correct. Find the remainder R when f of x equals x cubed plus 4x squared plus 3x minus 5 is divided by x plus 1. Eguafo Abrem. Yes.
The answer is 3.
That's not correct. Aquinas.
We have our answer to be -5.
That's correct. Okay, that brings us to the end of round 2. At the end of the second round, here are the scores. Pong Tamale Senior High School, 0. Eguafo Abrem Senior High School, 12 points. St. Thomas Aquinas, 56 points. Okay, the solution from Pong Tamale. I gave them area, they were finding volume. So I'm not sure how they started, where they were going to end. So they have 0 for that. St. Thomas Aquinas. So St. Thomas Aquinas was able to find X, and they decided to go through a rather convoluted path. So instead of finding the area of the triangle, going straight away to find the length of the triangle, they decided to find the area of the rectangle, probably will subtract it from the trapezium, get the area of the triangle before they found the base. Yeah, that was too complicated. So because of that, I knew they weren't going to have enough time. So they started calculating, but it was too confusing. So I'll give them 5 points. They just got to halfway. Okay, so I won't bore you too much. Eguafo Abrem had everything. They have a perfect score of 10. And with that, they win the Prudential Life Insurance NSMQ star for this contest. Well done. So as I was saying, round 4. Here, I'll pose a statement to your school, and I want any contestant to tell me whether the statement I pose is true or false. Round once again, I'll start from St. Thomas Aquinas. Aquinas, catalysts may initiate a chemical reaction for speedy completion. Yes, Philip.
False.
Yes, it's false. Eguafo Abrem, catalysts always lower the activation energy of a reaction.
True.
Yes, it's true. Pong Tamale, some catalysts may be consumed during chemical reaction.
It's true.
No, it's false. At the end of the 4th round, the scores are Pong Tamale Senior High School, 1 point. Eguafo Abrem Senior High School, 23 points. St. Thomas Aquinas, 73 points. In round 5, I'll present a series of clues to you. They are to help you solve for 4 different riddles. At any time whilst I'm reading, you are allowed to ring your bell if you are confident you have an answer. Riddle 1. I am an index. I am an exponent. I am a power. I am St. Thomas Aquinas.
Logarithm.
That is correct. That came on the 3rd clue. They have 3 points. I am a biological process. The scientific usage of my name is technically precise, and it is not applied to general aspects of cell growth. My effects modifies the entire body of an organism. These modifications include the maturation of enzymes, blood cells, and the remodeling of the nervous system and digestive system. In an insect or amphibian, I am the process of transformation. Yes, St. Thomas Aquinas.
Metamorphosis.
That is correct. That came on the last clue. That is 3 points. I am a physical quantity. I am encountered in both kinematics and dynamics. I am used to describe the motion of an object. I am the rate of change of a vector quantity. My rate of change is called Jack. Yes, Eguafo Abrem.
Pressure.
No. Aquinas.
Acceleration.
That is correct. That came on the last clue. 3 points. Our last riddle. As a chemical species, I may be considered useless. I am usually an anion or a cation. I am perhaps the laziest of all chemical species. This is because in a chemical reaction, I am usually present. Okay, I'm St. Thomas Aquinas.
Spectator ion.
That is correct. That brings us to the end of round 5. In round 5, St. Thomas Aquinas answered all 4 riddles correctly, and that fetches them 1,200 Ghana cedis in the Gold Riddle Bonanza. Well, at the end of the contest, here are the scores. Pong Tamale Senior High School, 1 point. Eguafo Abrem Senior High School, 23 points. St. Thomas Aquinas, 85 points. That makes St. Thomas Aquinas the winner of this contest, and they qualify to the 1/8 stage. Congratulations, St. Thomas Aquinas.